Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker Studio in Fort Collins, Colorado, and supported by the Music District, a music-centric gathering place to cultivate talents, support professional development, and encourage connections.
Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker Studio in Fort Collins, Colorado. And it's supported by the Music District, a music-centric gathering place to cultivate talents, support professional development, and encourage connections. Today's video is made possible by KRFC and Fort Collins Public Media. Today's sound team is Andy Howes and Colton Boening. Today's video tech team is Chris Winslow, Jeremy Smith, and Eric Delano. I'm excited to announce today's musical guests, Kind-Hearted Strangers.
If I die before I'm old, you can take my share of the gold. You can take what you want to. You can take what you want to. You can take what you want to. You can take what you want. If I don't make it off of this hill, send my boots to my Father Bill. If our luck starts looking bad, just remember to save the flag. You can go wherever you want to. You can go wherever you want to. You can go wherever you want to. You can go where you want. If this was my dying day, if I had one thing to say, thank you, brother, for all your time. You showed me all the stairs to climb. You can do whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want
Nice. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
So we got Kind Hearted Strangers here in the KRFC Ginger and Baker studio today. Thanks for coming out, playing some tunes.
Thanks so much for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So, Mark, Kevin, Ace, Eggy, how long has this iteration of the band been together?
Pretty new.
Yeah, 6 months,
All
7
right.
months.
6 months, yeah. We in beginning of July, we kidnapped Eggy and took him in the van. We had a full tour booked, and we just really threw him right in there. And pretty quickly through the tour, it became apparent that he was our guy, and he wanted to do it. And we're all about playing live music, and so is he, and it's working great.
Fantastic. Eggy, how are you liking this this band so far?
I love it. These are my best pals. Having a blast.
I love it. You know, band chemistry is so important. So I'm glad you guys are getting on. And you are on a tour. When this airs, you're going to be on a tour. You got some dates planned this spring, and you got a big something coming up later this year. Tell us about the new album.
Oh, yeah. I guess we started recording back in August. We locked ourselves in a warehouse in Richmond, Virginia, with a good friend of ours, Dylan Lynch. Shout out to Dylan. He's a visual artist, a painter, and we kind of just, we locked ourselves in a warehouse for about a week with no material and just sort of jammed out every day and just kind of came up with tunes. What do you got to add, Mark?
Yeah, I kind of the whole idea was put the pressure on. We went in there, had 5 days to write and record everything. He went in there with a bunch of blank canvases, painting, large abstract paintings all around us in this really dirty, dusty place. And you can kind of hear the environment when you hear the record. But yeah, we did. We cranked it all out. Turns out that kind of pressure works well for us.
All right. That's super cool. Richmond in August?
Yeah.
Not
it was
cold,
hot,
was it?
sweaty.
No AC, no running water in there. It was a sweaty time.
Yeah, I've been in Richmond in August. It's a bit soggy. I don't know.
Moist.
Yeah.
Very moist.
All right. That probably put the pressure on.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
We were like, can we get out of here and go take a shower?
Okay. So everyone should be really excited because y'all are going to play a bunch of tracks off of this new album. Are you ready to kick a couple off for us here?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll just do. We like doing this sort of stuff live. We're just gonna do two right into each other.
All right. Take it away.
She came to me like we were one, born in the night, life on the run. Athena, you only need a man like me left at your feet. All this talk about doing, you've done it. You came down here for trouble. Have a look around. You and I could be something. I'll never let you down. All this talk about choosing, twice.
Sweet. That sounded great, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that was, if my notes are correct, that was Athena and On the Surface from the new album, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got a title for this new album yet?
Yeah, it's actually the name of this whole project. I mean, when we went into it, we had the 5 days to write and record everything. We took 1 day to learn all the stuff we had written, and then on the 7th day, we had a show, and it ended up being a pop-up art gallery, and then we put on a concert at this warehouse. We had some guys come in. Some friends of ours built a stage off the back of this loading dock, brought in a whole sound system, and we ended up recording all of that and filming the whole thing too. So we got a lot of good footage to kind of sift through to go along with the album. But the event was called Now Here. It's kind of spelled like nowhere. Yeah, NOW.HERE.
Okay.
So it's called Now Here.
Okay, so this is really like technically a live recording?
Yeah, I mean, we tracked everything live. We had our good friend Todd Divel, who's based out of Denver, had a studio called Silo Sound, but he's got a mobile recording unit, and we took that into the warehouse, and he is just a champion. He drove all the way across the country to do this with us. We've been working with him for a while. He is very much a fifth member of this band. We love hanging out with him. So he recorded it and produced it and mixed it, and then everything went to another friend of ours in Seattle for mastering. But
Wow.
yeah.
That's super cool, guys. I'm impressed. That's all in a week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 day of setup, 4 days straight, or was it 5 days straight of recording? 5 days of recording, and then 1 day to relearn everything. Because like Mark said, like we would just like go down
Going
the
back
line.
to that first one, you're like,
I
Yeah,
had
we're
no
like,
idea what
oh.
the words were.
Yeah. So we had like charts and lyric sheets and like, not how bands normally do things live, but we kind of had to remember what the songs were.
That's
when
so
we
One of
played
them didn't
live.
even have words. It just, I just did it like I didn't have words in front of me. So that was a weird to try to relearn. Still trying to relearn that one.
That one was totally improvised live and then recorded, and that was the take.
That is fascinating. I love it, guys. That's super cool. Now, you mentioned the artists and all the paintings. What did you do with all that stuff?
There was an art exhibit before our show on that Saturday, and Dylan, he sold some there, and he still has a few of them hanging out. I think even Kevin might have came home with one of those. But yeah, he's got those paintings back in Nashville,
Cool.
the ones that remain, and they're up for sale. You can probably check that out on his website.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And all the album art for everything, for each of the singles, he did just about as many paintings as we did songs. So, and some of them actually like linked up with a particular song.
That makes sense because he was painting
He was
while
painting
y'all
while we were
were
doing it,
working
yeah.
on
that was
songs, right?
kind of the idea, was try to have like the music inform the art and
Yeah.
vice versa. So there was kind of like this, energy flow between artist and band. And we had some really cool moments where it was like, we would be, we'd start off every day with just like improvised jam. We'd pick up instruments and someone would start playing, and we would just kind of play off each other, and we would go for anywhere from like 20 minutes to an hour. And that's how pretty much every one of these songs was born out of one of those morning jams. And like, we'd look back at Dylan. He'd have headphones on listening to all of what we're doing, and, look back at him, and he's like going crazy on his canvas when we're getting intense in a jam, and he's like flying around, throwing stuff, kicking it, and just spitting on it. Yeah, he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And
We
that
did have
kinda-
a videographer get a lot of that footage that we're still
cool.
sifting through. As you can imagine, there's hours of that, so we're
Yeah.
trying to get a nice, concise thing
Yeah.
together to show some of that process, because it was pretty
There's
pretty
a
intense.
few videos out.
All
If
right.
you go digging around YouTube, you'll find some stuff with us and Dylan painting live. It's pretty fun.
What an amazing concept. What was the song that was easiest to put together? Did any of them come together like, there it is?
Well, that one we just did, the first one there, Athena, it's kind of cool. That one came from the very first day of us jamming. Like, we do this thing where we kind of all sit and clear our minds and then pick up the instruments and go. And that one, the origins of that, kind of that groove, was in that very first jam. And then it's kind of wild, another song that was in that same jam was the heaviest thing we've got, and it's crazy because that's like a 40-minute piece that you could listen to of just straight jamming.
Okay.
And yeah, to get something kind of nice like that other one, On the Surface, was in there too.
Yeah.
But
Well,
to
there's
see
like-
it transfer to like this evil thing eventually, and then come back to a nice thing later.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's crazy going back and listening to some of those like longer jams because you can hear the songs that came out of them. Like you can hear the parts and kind of how they evolved through that time. And yeah, it's pretty wild to listen back and be like, oh, that's Athena, or that's On the Surface, or
Oh,
like
cool.
that's Fear. Like you can hear it in there and like, oh wow, that came a long way from day one.
Awesome. Well, you ready to hit us up with a couple more?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Still miles away, the wind screams with delight. Hypnotize me, darling, walk into my life. What are you waiting for? What will you say for something that was handed down to slowly melt away into nothing? Down again, into nothing, the beginning and the end. I've been in the darkness, I've been in the deep, I've been having nightmares, I've been losing sleep. The shadows on my ceiling softly speak to me. Pretty soon they'll cut me open, take out what they need. Into nothing, down again. Into nothing, the beginning and the end. Into nothing, down again. Into nothing, the beginning and the end. get through. All you got, all you hold, all you are. You should know I got a place for you. This is a place for you. Keep it alive, you gotta try. Let it all out, 'cause you should not hold it for so long. I told you just because I want you just to know I have also felt like letting go. Bright eyed and painless, you owe it to yourself to open up your heart so you can face it. Tell me how you're feeling, I know it all so well. Only live your life that you've been chasing. Bright eyed and painless, you owe it to yourself to open up your heart so you can face it. Tell me how you're feeling, I know it all so well. Moment in your life you can face it.
Nice. I was just waiting for the sustain to end.
Sustain.
It's got nice sustain.
Yeah, you can go have a bite. Just do that one.
That was some Neil Young sustain on those.
Yeah.
Not totally in tune together, but some people like that.
Hey,
Sounds
that
good.
happens.
Rough and
That's what
ready.
happens when you play live, you know, you got to tune a little bit.
That was In the Blue, right? And Hypnosis before that.
Yep.
A couple more tracks off of the new album, Now Here. Now dot here.
Now here,
call
or
it
is
nowhere.
it nowhere? Yeah.
Or is it?
We wanted to make it confusing for radio.
I really appreciate that, guys. It sounded fantastic. Love it. Let's see here. I wanted to talk a little bit about touring. When this airs, you will be in the midst of a little southern swing and coming back to Colorado for a couple of shows on March 11th, I believe. Also, Avogadro's Number right here in Fort Collins on March 9th.
That's all correct.
That is right.
Fantastic. Now, you are attempting to do 2 shows in one day.
Oh, we're not
yeah.
attempting. We're
It's
going to do
going to
it.
happen.
It's going to
All
happen.
right. You got it all mapped out. Okay.
Yeah, there's enough time to make it to both places. We
We
have
think.
vehicles.
Okay.
We have
It's easier
drivers.
than 3.
Okay. True. Well, you want a third?
Technically, we're doing 2 shows today, actually.
Okay. What's
This counts
happening
as
later
one.
today?
This will be... wait, I'm talking in the future now.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I'm confused.
will be in the past.
This will be
Oh,
in the past.
You are heading to Colorado Springs tonight, I believe. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
correct?
right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And we'll be at the Lariat. I'm going to promote something that already happened to everyone.
Oh, yeah. I have never been to the Lariat, though.
Oh, it's a great
I
spot
hear
down in
it
Buena
looks like a
Vista.
really fantastic venue, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of
Could
the
not
best.
speak more highly about that place. It is
Okay.
incredible. They treat artists so well. It sounds amazing in there. And they're just wonderful people.
All right.
Great.
Shout out to Brother Rob.
Shout out to
doing
Brother
the
Rob.
sound.
Shout out to Court.
Court.
Yeah.
And
I
y'all
mean-
have played Fort Collins before. You've been to the Aggie. Yep.
The Aggie a few times.
all right.
Some Odell action back in the day. If you're hearing this, Odell, we love you. We'd like to come back.
All right.
Come on, have us back now.
They still got a stage. New Belgium's got a nice outdoor stage now as well.
Oh, yeah, we like all beer people. All beer people, all beer places.
And any of the Bohemian Foundation activities, we'd love to be a part of those too.
If you're listening.
Shameless plug.
Seriously, Fort Collins, you have a really killer music scene, and we appreciate you guys having us up here.
And March 9th, it will be your next opportunity to see Kind-Hearted Strangers performing these tasty tracks live. Is this the first big tour where you've been featuring songs from the album, or have you been playing them live like last fall and
We've been
stuff
testing
too?
them out
Yeah.
on the road a little bit. We had a fall tour between October and November, so we had all the songs written already at that point. So we've been playing them a little bit, you know.
A few.
All right.
There's
Yeah.
been some
Yeah,
we've
we
been
haven't played 'em all.
keeping under wraps.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Can't give it
Show
all away.
all of our cards.
Yeah. we're just now in the process of showing our hand in full.
All right.
We played a sold out show at Cervantes
Oh, cool.
this past Saturday, so I guess what it would be about a month ago when I'm in the future. And we played we played pretty much all the tracks off the new album that night to a capacity crowd. It was great.
Now, you got one song that you've sort of ID'd as the single, right? And I think we're going to hear that one next.
To the first single.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a few.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
First of 7 singles from this album.
Yeah.
Eventually, you get the whole thing.
Right. And this
Gotta
one's
catch 'em all.
called Circles. Anything in particular of note about this song?
Yeah. This one, lyrically, I mean, it's kind of about what we're doing. It's about touring. It's about trying to balance and figure out how to do this. It's an interesting lifestyle. Kind of reassessing what the word home means to you at times. Trying to get a good grasp of that and stay balanced. It's a little tricky. We're set to do about 150 shows this year, so a lot of travel. But that's kind of this. It's running in circles till the lights turn on.
All right.
Lucy went by and got born lucky. I never get my way. She always talks about deep, dark places. Don't you ever wanna stay? I just gotta know where you wanna go. The coast is clear. I don't wanna tell no more stories. Just get me out of here. Don't go. Give me another reason to run, let put it right, say right on through the wall. Far out places, I see your face and many faces. Passing signs and county lines. A quiet place is hard to find. And how could I ever act my age when every day it seems to change? What the hell's a man to do with an open road and an attitude? Don't go, give me another reason to cry, laugh or get high, say if I could see her once more, she'd know that I've been gone too long, just running in circles till the lights turn on.
circles. We're talking with kind-hearted strangers. More than one stranger. Any relation to redheaded stranger?
We sure do like Willie Nelson.
Yeah, we like him a lot.
I was telling someone I was interviewing you all, and I was like, kind-hearted? Wait, is that a Willie Nelson? No, it's redheaded.
Not a Willie Nelson
About
reference,
to be
but
90, man.
No,
90, that's right.
indeed.
Still trucking. Still on the road.
A legend. Okay, so you mentioned 150 shows this year, so you've got stuff booked out all year, I would imagine.
Still booking, but yeah, we
right.
got some stuff pretty far out on that calendar.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, the website's got you kind of through these March dates, so I expect we'll see some updates soon.
Yep.
For people who are following along and want to see Kind-Hearted Strangers. Check out that website. It's kindheartedstrangers.com. And I assume you have a Facebook, Instagram, all that social media presence?
Oh, legally we have to. Yep.
Don't forget the TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, Eggy's been our TikTok social media influencer.
How's that going?
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah, how's it going,
All
Eggy?
sorts of weird stuff on the internet. We're part of that.
Yeah, it's just a zoo in there, so we're just treading through water.
Well, we're all better off for it, right? Right, people? Right?
I guess.
Keep up with all of our shenanigans.
Yeah, make us go viral or whatever, you know?
Be careful.
Not like a virus, but
Oh, viral. Okay.
We can't say that anymore.
it's a sensitive subject these days. Has been for quite some time.
I don't see a lot of Epiphone basses. I really dig that. That is-
Yeah, I got this about a year ago. It's an old 1970 Epiphone that I found up in the mountains, up in Netherlands, actually. This guy had it. And
Okay.
I lucked out.
Did you win it in like a card game or something?
No,
Hey,
but
man.
it did come
Ace.
with a PV full stack guitar amp about this big that would blow the windows off any normal building.
Wow, like one of those old 8x10
Yeah.
Ampeg
I think it was two
type things.
15s, PV, solid state, over 100 watts, just obscenely loud. But the guy had it up for sale, and I was like, man, I really want the guitar. And he's like, you got to take the amp with it. So I took the amp with it and quickly sold that and kept this.
Oh, was the guitar lonely when you sold the amp? Did it miss it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I think
Well,
it's
now he's
happy.
got a matching red bass cab back here.
And
So.
Yeah.
now the amp belongs to some metalhead somewhere. It's perfect. That's
Well,
what
that
it needs.
checks out. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, I would thank you for not bringing that today. This room is a little small for that, but
a little bit much.
looks like you got another song off the new album here, and I'm looking at the time. It depends how long this song is. We might have time for another one after, so
You're saying we should jam.
you could.
This one could be a little bit longer than you'd expect.
Okay. Well, you never know what's going to happen here in the Ginger and Baker studio.
Hey.
All right, take it away.
There's a lot on the line. Am I wasting my time on a thought that just isn't real? And I've never been to New Orleans, and she seemed to give me the feel. Queen of the night, show me the lines I've been missing. Child, no time to rest for the living. Well, she talks too much and she sure don't listen. She's 100 proof and I dig her bitchin'. Hard to believe it's all by design. She keeps me awake like the train outside. Queen of the night, show me the lines I've been missing. Evening child, no time to rest Well, the biggest thing she ever gave was to not answer the phone. Alone with my thoughts on a cold, dark evening, letting the mystery grow. Queen of the night, show me the lines I've been missing. Evening child, no time to rest for the living.
Perfection. Sounded good, guys.
Thank you.
That was called Queen of the Night. All right. What's that song about?
It's about music.
All right.
Yeah. Always chasing after something in the late hours, trying to write songs.
It kind of reminds me of like the personification of a muse.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
kind of where my head went. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So what's next for the band? Touring behind this? You gonna book another week and spit out another album?
Yeah, we've got some studio time in May. We got a couple slots in between touring where we will hop in for a day, track something. I don't know yet. Those might be singles.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing with those, but they haven't even been written yet, maybe.
All right.
But
We got a couple in the tank, but
yeah, we got a good bit in the tank. Before we actually made this, we got a whole nother record that's written. So, might attack that a little bit. Might use some of it. Might write new things. We found that we write really well in the studio. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's exciting. I'm glad to hear. You guys sound like you have a ton of momentum. It's going to be a great year. Really happy for you.
pumped.
Yeah. I don't know. If you guys want, we got time for another. You want to make up a song right now?
yeah, I mean, no pressure.
I feel like I botched part of that last one. No? Good? That was that one?
Yeah, felt like a good take.
But it's fine.
I just woke up.
Please add that.
Yeah, don't edit that out. That song, you know. You just
Ladies and
get
gentlemen,
back
this
there
is the
moving.
earliest we've ever played music. Or even been awake.
Yeah, it's our
We're a
it's
couple
our,
night people here.
it's our job to be up late at night playing music
Indeed.
for all of you. So, you know, early mornings are rough.
3 a.m. loadouts.
Yeah. Sometimes the gig doesn't end until 3.
We could do running.
Yeah. Why not?
That one's. Do that. We'll do a really old one, man.
Yeah. Throw it back. A little throwback.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, encore performance. It's as if the audience has been just begging for it. One more.
Clamoring for it. Let's get these guitars in tune.
If you are indeed listening to us during lunch, I hope you enjoy that sandwich.
Or
Recommend
salad.
the Buffalo Reuben from Choice City.
Yep.
One of my favorites.
You have been here before. That's a classic.
That place is special.
Ace gets the Reuben everywhere. So he knows a good Reuben when he gets
That's
one.
one thing we do on the road is I taste every Reuben in every state and, you know, at least try and figure out where the best one is.
All right, and this
And-
is up there.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. Anytime I'm in northern Colorado, I definitely make a stop at Old Choice City.
Yeah, you can go to Ace's website. He has a ranking
Got a
of all the
blog,
best
actually.
Reubens in the country on his blog. So
Depending on where you are, it'll tell you where the closest one is.
yeah, we built an algorithm.
We're currently seeking developers for the new Reuben app. All right, well, thank you all so much for having us.
It's been our pleasure, you guys.
And I think at some point I'm supposed to introduce this band again, but my name's Mark. This is Eggy Gorman on drums, Mr. Kevin Hender on the lead guitar, and Ace Ingfer on the bass.
All right, and I'm going to give one last informational tidbit. March 9th, Avogadro's number, right next door to here. We'll see you guys in a couple months. Well, about a month when this airs. All right.
Green eyed beauty that could not slip away, makes me stand up tall. I don't need a word to say. dancing like a shadow, hiding in the tree. Turn my back, catch you looking after me. Shaky on the telephone, call you have to wait. Something else is happening, slipping off the brakes. There is no distance running next to me, or shadows on the path running next to me. Carry on forever running next to me. Let the memory last running next to me. Never seen you tired, but if you needed rest, I'd pick you up and throw you on my back. One more time to get there, looking for a clue, just outside your window, howling at the moon. There is no distance running next to me, or shadows on the path running next to me. Carry on forever running next to me. Let the memory last running next to me. Running next to me.
Oh, man. That was great, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Slush. Thanks for having us
Thanks
on.
for having us.
All right. They'll be back in town March 9th. Avogadro's number. Till then.
Thanks, yo.
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.